All right, folks, we are on our way for our first dry practice in the Nissan Micra Cup. This is the first race of the year at Calabogie Motorsports Park near Ottawa, and this is actually the first time that the Cup has run here in Ontario, so that's pretty exciting. I'm going to get my first taste of this car on slicks. Here we go. I could tell you that I had 2 practice sessions in the wet this morning on the Pirelli wet tires, and I was just blown away by how much grip the Pirelli wets have on this little Cup car. It really is a grip monster in the wet. I've never had that much fun in the wet in a race car in my life. So props to the Micra Cup and Pirelli for putting together such a fun package. And I'm sure the fun is just going to escalate now that we're on slicks. There is about 23 cars here this weekend. The series is based in Quebec, so most of the drivers and teams are from Quebec. So my French is getting a workout. I'm actually a terrible speaker of French, but I can understand it pretty well, so I can hear all the bad things being said about me. Anyway, we had a lot of fun in the wet. Today is practice. We've got this session and one more, and tomorrow we've got qualifying in the morning. We've got a race in the afternoon, and then on Sunday we've got another race. So really my goal here is just to have fun, show you guys that you can go racing in a very affordable car, in a very affordable series, and have just as much fun as you would if you were in a big dollar, GT3 car or something like that. So to Nissan's credit, these Micras have been extremely durable. They ran them last year in this series. This is the second year for this series, and these cars are just really tough. They also ran them at Targa, Newfoundland the year we were there, and those cars ran flawlessly the whole week. So even though this is a sub $10,000 car, it's actually really durable, which is exactly what you want in a affordable spec racer. You want something that you can go beat on and not have to pour a ton of money into to keep it running. This is my little race car here, number 24. I moved on up in practice this morning to 6th, lucky number 6. It's wet, but man, these Pirelli racing tires have an amazing amount of grip in the wet. I was only, I think, 1 second slower in the wet than it was in dry yesterday. Although we were on used slicks yesterday, so that may be part of it. But still, these things are amazing wet tires. And this little Cup car is super fun to drive. It's got an open dip, so you really have to use the throttle pedal to control any wheel spin. It's got 109 horsepower, so it's all about momentum. It's got all the typical safety gear. It's got a bolt-in roll cage, nice OMP driver's seat, OMP steering wheel, aim dash and data acquisition. So all the required safety stuff. And other than that, the car's actually very lightly modified. It has a different exhaust system to make it sound, like a race car. It's got some front brakes on it, so you can see the rotors are slotted, and it's got a race pad on it. But other than that, and it's got the Nismo S-Tune suspension on it. So it is more stiffly sprung and more better damped than the stock car. But other than that, I think those are literally the only changes made to the car. So one of the nice things about driving with a professional race team for a weekend is they are well equipped. They have all the tires, and they have a full crew of guys keeping these cars very well taken care of. So as you'd expect with a spec series, the cars are all identically prepared, literally all built by the same shop in Quebec. I believe they're called Motorsport in Action, or MIA. All built with the exact same parts, same specifications. Only thing you can really adjust is alignment. That's about it. And they also have scales so that everybody meets the weight requirement, which I believe is 2,400 pounds with the driver. I was actually over by 30 pounds. I was 2430 without any ballast in the car. So unless I go on a severe crash diet, I guess I'm just going out there heavier than a lot of the other guys. But I would just say it gives me more downforce. So this is Olivier Bedard. He's the series champion, and he just blew by me out there down the front straight. He must have more horsepower than me. That must be it, right, Olivier? So tell me, what is your secret to speed out there? Because I couldn't keep up with you very well. Teach me some things. Help me go faster.
You need to carry the momentum.
Momentum.
Yeah, exactly. You need to carry the corner speed because you don't have a lot of power, so you can't say, press full gas and I'll just exit the corner. You have to bring the speed, and that's how you will gain speed.
Right. And I noticed you using lines that were quite different than mine. You know, I was trying to keep a very tight line, and in places you were using a wider line, but maybe better momentum that way.
Yeah, it's for momentum, but also for wheel spin.
Wheel spin, yeah.
Because it's a front wheel drive, you got so much wheel spin. So so you got to find the right lane where you don't have that much wheel spin, and you can apply more trawl.
So, as the defending champion, are you feeling any pressure this weekend, or are you just starting fresh?
No, we're starting fresh. I mean, we tried to forget last year, so we won't be too much confident. So I think it's a good way to be on the edge.
Right.
If you're too confident, you won't work the same way that you work normally. So yeah.
Well, he's working pretty well. He was first in both practice sessions in the dry, and probably in the wet too. I didn't see the times for those, but I think he's got a pretty good shot this weekend, guys. All right, boys and girls, this is qualifying on day one of racing. In this morning's practice, I moved up to 6th overall, which I'm really happy with. And I think I can find some more speed. But boy, it is really wet, and I'm on sticker tires, so I don't know how they're going to work right out of the gate. And I'm on new brakes too, so I need to bed those in a little bit. But we have 30 minutes for qualifying, so I'm just going to slowly bring everything up to temperature. Don't make any stupid aggressive mistakes right off the bat. See how wet the track is, because we had a lot of rain over lunch. Just get a feel for the grip level. And then as the session goes on, I'll really try to put in a clean lap. Alright, I just got out of the car after qualifying for race 1. I'd like to say it was a home run, but it was more of a whiff and a miss. I was 6th in practice this morning, and I dropped back to 16th in qualifying. I have a GoPro in the car for that session. You'll hear lots of swearing. I just never got a clean lap. Every time I had a good lap going, somebody went off track. I think on 3 or 4 of my fastest laps, guys were going off, and unfortunately I never got a clean run in. But that's racing sometimes. Sometimes you don't get a good break, and qualifying is all about strategy. It's about finding a clean lap, and I didn't do that. So I'm paying the penalty for that, starting back in the grid in spot 16. But you know what? I know there's guys in front of me that I can play with. There'll be close racing all through the whole grid. So I'm just gonna go out there and have fun. Hopefully move forward a bit. and keep the car in one piece. That's all we can really hope for. All right, guys. Race 1 is about to start. Been sitting here in the mock grid for a long time, but it's nice to finally get rolling. I believe we're going to do a formation lap. So they'll line us up in 2 rows. I think I'm in the right side of that. Here we go. Alright, so now comes the part where I lose my patience, chasing car 28 for a few laps, feeling like I should be able to get by him, but hey, this is spec racing and it's not easy to pass. And to number 28's defense, he drove a good line. I mean, he was making it hard for me to get by him, so I thought I'd try to outbrake him into turn 5, and this happened. Well, that was, I would say that was my poor judgment. I got inside of him, and he scrubbed a bit more speed than I thought he would, and got into him. Sorry, Nissan, I broke your car. You're so hard. Did I break your car?
My mechanician looked at my tire are
Tire broke off? Oh, sorry.
I do the same thing of you at Mont Tremblant.
Yeah.
With the Touchette.
Yeah.
The 55. I tried to
Outbrake him?
Yeah, and I see go in the, maybe you see too.
Yeah.
You go on the water.
Yes,
because
I was following you in the water.
I said, and I have see when I go outside, because I have a couple of car of distance with you.
Yeah.
And when I go on the grass.
Yep, grass, yeah.
I see you. She's oh shit.
Yeah, that's when I tightened up on you. Yeah.
I said in your mind, I take my chance to.
Yeah.
But I don't look you in my mirror. I see nothing, so I take just my line and.
Your line was good. I thought I was going to try to outbrake you, and it was too ambitious. I had no chance to get inside you. But by the time I saw you turn, I went full brakes, and I was just skidded right into you. So I'm really sorry.
No problem.
Sorry, man. I'll be better next time. And just like that, Yannick fixed my car. The man is good. Looks like they changed the A-arm and new wheel and tire, and it was good to go. So it looks like I'll get another try at this tomorrow. I'm going to be a very good boy. Keep my nose clean. Bring it back looking better than new. Alright guys, it's day 2 here, and I spent the night trying to forgive myself for my accident yesterday. It's a new day, trying to come at it with a fresh start, and we've had our morning practice session already. Sorry, qualifying session. And I did pretty well. I was 9th out of 25 cars. The car was excellent. It's really cold here though. It's 8 degrees Celsius. so the slicks needed a couple of laps to get up to temperature. But once they were warm, the car had a ton of grip. The engine was loving that cold air. So yeah, we were fast. I think we did a 2:36.5, and on Friday in the dry, I was maybe 2 seconds slower, so picked up a bunch of time. Unfortunately, I think I'm actually starting from the back of the pack because of my incident yesterday. I damaged the other car and he couldn't finish the race, so as a penalty, I've been put to the back. Just totally fair. No hard feelings in love and war. So yeah, I'm gonna have a really good view of the race. I'm gonna put a bunch of cameras in here. I'm gonna put a mic on and just commentate as I try to work my way forward. I believe we have about 23 cars on the grid, and I will do my best to go forward. Got half an hour. We'll try to pick off some cars and see where we end up. The important part is just finish the race, Dave. Finish the race. All right, we're off. The green flag. Usually chaos down into turn 1. I'll just try to keep my nose clean here. See what happens. Oh, we got a big crash. Big crash. Cars in the wall. Cars going everywhere. We got a car on the roof. We got another car on the wall here. We got, oh my God, we got 4, 5, 6 cars. Wow. Wow. Carnage everywhere. Holy shit. That was crazy. Well, we're rolling very slowly. Very slowly. Looks like they're gridding us again. That's cool. Think we'll get a little 5-lap race in maybe? Best motoring style 5-lap race. That'll be fun. Well, this is as close as I'm going to get to being on the podium this weekend. It was a bit of a struggle for me, but a huge amount of fun. I believe there's another automotive journalist here who tried the series last year and he liked it so much he actually went and bought a car. And I have to say I feel the same way. It is a huge amount of fun and it's a real way for regular guys to go racing on regular money. But there's also a lot of talent at the front of the field. It's a very competitive series. You really have to fight to be at the front, and I had a front row seat for that fight today. Big crash. Nobody was seriously hurt. The cars were pretty banged up, but I cruised through the debris field and then we had a quick race at the end there, which was a lot of fun. Moved my way forward a bit. All in all, an amazing weekend. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It really proves that you don't need 1 million horsepower or $1 million car to come out and race and have fun. So thank you, Nissan Canada. Thank you, Micra Cup. Amazing experience. If you guys are thinking about racing on a realistic budget, come give this stuff a try. It's a long 3 minutes, boys. Tick tock. Tick tock. We need Micras with frickin' laser beams. That's what we need. If you guys want to support what we're up to here, you can check out our Patreon page.
And if you don't, that's cool too.
Yeah.